mind. I had to turn around, double take a look at that. Girl, you got good taste, where you cook it at? You can mingle with the cool kids. I'm out here sweating like a preacher in a pulpit. Even when I'm down.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And they can't bring him down.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
Levis to throw off play action. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Yeah, he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Trucks over it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Ken Walker. Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out.
Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Yellow!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way you can create.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how often does that team that had been playing before win game 1?
Right.
Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. When it's a one-shot deal like the NFL, that's critical. Because now you come in and you get the momentum, you can take them out in that one game and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly or this might be their last game.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On first down, Levis.
He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action now. Levis. It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. But they go play action. Here's Levis. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Odell Beckham from 17 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 13-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Mahomes.
He'll get this one to Patrick. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mahomes throw taken in here by Patrick.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Mahomes. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And again, it's Mahomes. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tim Patrick from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
This taken in at the goal line.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Levis now off of play action.
And this one is incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Levis back to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
That one into the hands of Beckham downfield.
Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Off the play fake, Levis. And that is caught downfield by Beckham.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
1st and 10. Here's Levis.
They'll roll him out right.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Now 2nd and 5.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. That's a Packers touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6. Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they
and now off to the races, down the right side.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. An inside give to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
from 17 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will put them on top here in the third.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Kenneth Walker
saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packers offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Levis.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That third down conversion good for 23.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Levis to throw off play action.
He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown! Now Beckham, 34 yards. And the Packers, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
Complete at the 1. And hit end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Back now at Lambeau, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go on the road. We've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. They'll try for the first with Walker.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Well, that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now an option play on second down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Rolling to his right. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And he has a Packer 1st down, and that should be the one that finishes the script. A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the 2nd half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
York now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 10. 34 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes a throw.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
One final try for Mahomes.
Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.